Hi, I'm Chaplain Mike from American Patriot, the 3%. There's been something on my heart, something that I've wanted to talk to you fellow patriots about for a while. You know, as you know, when you try to inform people about the impending economic devastation of America, and why you need to prepare, most people think, my friends, my family, they think I'm promoting conspiracies. They think there's something not quite right with me. In the worst case, people just stick their heads in their sand and they don't want to know. In the best case, people are distracted. And then you have the zombies. They believe what they hear on TV. They believe what Obama tells them. But you're smart enough to know God's put on your heart that something's not quite right with the picture of hope that they're trying to paint. But when it comes to hope, I can't afford to let you patriots, swallow their line. I need you patriots to be prepared. Because the thing is if you fail, when it goes down, if you fail, then America fails. If you're not prepared, if you don't have your house in order, who's going to rebuild America? You think the government's going to rebuild America? No, they're going to be in debt. They're going to have problems. What we're going to need to do as citizens is we're going to have to go out and work to rebuild America. Hey, the infrastructure is there. The resources are there. America can be a great country again. The government's just out of control. But it's going to come down. You'll see that's going to happen. When it happens, not if it happens, but when it's happened, me and my family and other patriots are going to be relying on you. Patriots are going to have to unite and work together. I don't think we're going to have many lone wolves around. We all have skills that each other needs. I'm going to have resources that you need. You're going to have stuff that I need. But let me be blunt to you. If you don't prepare, if you don't have a skill, and you don't have anything to offer, you're going to be in a bad way. Because listen, the Bible tells us in 1 Timothy 1 Timothy 5 verse 8, if anyone does not provide for his own, and especially those of his own household, he has denied the faith and worse than an unbeliever. So basically God's saying, if you don't take care of your family first, then you're worse than an unbeliever. So, bottom line, I'm going to look after my family first. If you have something to offer, I'll be glad to work with you. But if you have nothing, I might be charitable, but I'm not going to be charitable at the expense of providing for my family. So get your house in order. I hope you'll pay attention to this video and the ones that follow, because really they're designed to help you, help us. We're going to go through the series of videos. This one is just an introductory video. The next one, since I'm the chaplain and I believe America needs to put God first, I'm going to give you lay out what's going on in the country and compare it to what the Bible says that we should expect. And it's all right there. I think once I lay it out for you, you'll be fairly surprised how concise the Bible is. And when you see when I read it to you, you say, oh yeah, that makes sense. This is what's happening today. The Bible is very relevant. And then in the next video after that, I'll show you how the government and big business has manipulated all the economic data. The trade deficit, unemployment, inflation, stock market, and the value of the dollar have all been manipulated. And, you're basically being lied to you. And what I'll do is I'll show you how they've done it, and I'll give you the real picture of where we're at. And I think you guys already have a pretty good understanding, but there's a lot of different parts to this puzzle, and some people know a little bit about this and a little bit about that. I'm going to try to pull it all together so you can understand exactly what's going on, and maybe you can help educate other patriots or your family. I believe the perfect storm is brewing. And this economic storm is going to be nothing like America has ever experienced. When I say the perfect storm, I'm talking about a collapse of an overinflated stock market, a collapse of the dollar. Those two happen at the same time, like I predict, we are going to be in deep doo as a country. But when that time, what I want to do is I want to tell you what to expect when it comes. Right now, I'll just say that, as Americans, you can kiss entitlements goodbye. The days of the free ride is going to be over. EBT cards, welfare, none of that. Extended unemployment benefits. America is not going to have the money for that. No one's going to be loaning America anymore after we crash. The debt keeps going up. No one's interested. They're getting less and less interested in loaning us money. So the other thing to consider is especially for a lot of you veterans out there, you may not, those of you on disability, you may stop getting your disability checks. That's what I predict. Social Security, there may be no more Social Security, no more retirement checks from the military. We've seen this happen. Detroit just filed bankruptcy, and all those city workers that were there for all those years, depending upon their pensions to retire, they've lost it. They're getting 10 cents on the dollar. So now, good, they get to go out and buy a loaf of bread with the check that they get. That's why you need to prepare. And when that happens, that's when the stuff hits the fan. And I mean SHTF, I can't say anything else because I'm the chaplain, but this is why we're preparing. Think about all those people with the EBT cards who haven't worked in generations. What are they going to do? You're going to have to be ready to defend yourself and defend your assets. So one thing that I can't give you is a timeline, but I will give you strategies to stretch your dollar now so you can go out and prep. And if you're already prepping, I can help you so you can. I'm going to try to help you so you save some more money. Some of you are already pretty financially savvy. What I'm going to tell you isn't going to be a surprise to you, but some of you may learn a little bit. Okay, so the news media, the government, stockbrokers, they all want you to buy their storyline. Why? Because they all want something from you. News media, which is owned by big business, wants you to keep spending your money. How they want you to spend their money. The government, they want you to think that everything's okay. That way you keep those officials in office. I think if the average American really understood where America was at with over 100 trillion in unfunded liabilities on top of the national debt, these people would be out of office. But anyways, they're not. So financial advisors, some of them might be good and give you good advice, but they'll have their pet thing they're trying to sell you, whether get their commission off of gold or stocks or whatever it is. At the end of the day, they make money selling you a product, so they're going to sell you the product which pays the most commission. So I don't know if you can really trust their advice. Okay, and me, I want something from you too, but for what I need from you, you need to know the truth. I want you to be able to rebuild America to me. I want you to be able to rebuild America with me. If needed, I want you to be there to fight by my side. And I don't want you to be out there digging through garbage cans, foraging for food, because that makes you a zombie. Hey, and zombies, they're going to get shot. It's that simple. Now, when I say when I want you to fight with me, I don't believe we're going to be fighting our own troops. Our troops are good guys. What we will be fighting is zombies. We'll be fighting to protect our neighborhoods, to protect our families, protect our assets. And those of you that did not prepare, you're zombies. So that's why I want you to prepare. I don't want to shoot you. That's a joke, by the way. And here's another thing. We might have to shoot at foreign troops. One thing that I haven't heard anyone talk about is think about this. China and Russia have both been investing in American treasuries. They've been basically giving us money, adding up our deficit. So when America defaults, they can either say, well, we'll just walk away from it, or they can come back and try to get a piece of it back. I don't trust Putin. I don't trust China. I don't trust Cuba. I could see these guys acting like predators when America's down, ganging up on us. So you may have to be shooting on foreign troops. Our troops are going to be busy trying to control the zombies. All right, so why should you listen to me about the upcoming economic disaster and how I think you can prepare for it? Well, you know what? I'm a normal guy. I came from a normal house. My dad was a carpenter, but after the Navy, I became a super yacht captain. And the owners that I worked for some of the richest people in the world. Two of the people that I worked for were multi-billionaires. These are guys that have their own jets. their own super yachts, living in mansions, but very down-to-earth guys that I worked for. The first guy was in oil. The second guy was a German industrialist. I worked with the German industrialist for 7 years. You know, we got to know each other pretty well. Even after I stopped being his captain, we started a business together. We built super yachts down in Australia, 272 foot long, 42 million euros. I ended up selling my share in that business and starting my own business, but I got an MBA in between that time. As I was running this big shipyard, we actually employed an MBA, and I realized that that MBA had tools and knowledge that I didn't have. So I went out and got my education as an adult, paid for it on my own. And so anyways, so I learned a bit along the way. I've been investing for over 25 years, always on a meager salary. I never made top dollar. I've never had a job that paid more than $100,000 a year. Between my wife and I working, I'll have to add, but we managed to save quite a bit of money, enough to start a shipyard down in Australia, and the shipyard that we did start on our own, we had to shut it down because of the global financial crisis. But God took care of us. You know, we've always honored God with our money, and I believe that God honors you back when you honor Him. But anyways, here we are today. I hope I can impart a little bit of the wisdom that's been imparted on me to you. I want you to be ready for it, you know, and like I said, we're going to need you. All right, so stay tuned. We got more good videos coming up. This is just the first one. You can find this video on American Patriot 3% Preppers page, and on that page you can comment, you can ask me questions, you can tell me what you think. Feel free. Look forward to hearing back from you, and hope to see you on the next video. Take care.